Sometimes a short note comes upon low copper alloys. Now, what is this? First of all, we'll write composition Ag, Sn, Cu, Zn. So, this is around 60 to 70%. This is 29 to 30%. This is 0 to 2%. This is 2 to 5%. Now, how is it available? It is available as lathe cut, spherical, blend of lathe cut plus spherical. Now the setting reaction is quite important. That is what makes it different from high copper alloys. In setting reaction, first the alloy powder and mercury are triturated. Then it is seen that the silver and tin in the outer portion of the particle will dissolve the mercury. Ag and Sn in the outer portion of particle will dissolve mercury. This mercury will diffuse into the AgSn alloy and will start forming silver mercury and tin mercury compounds. Now, if I have to demonstrate it through a reaction, it would be, we had Ag3Sn earlier, then we added Hg to it. It will form Ag2Hg3 plus SN8Hg. Now, it is observed that 27% of this Ag3Sn, sometimes most of the times it goes unreacted and it leads to the formation of unreacted Ag3Sn, which is unreacted. Now, an important part of this chemical reaction is that you have to remember the phases. Now, first of all I'll just tell you what are the phases. Beta phase is AgSn, gamma phase is Ag3Sn, gamma 1 phase is Ag2Hg3, gamma 2 phase is SN8Hg, and the unreacted AgH3 is consisting of this only. Then we have one more, this is Cu6SN5. Then we have eta, which is Cu3Sn. Now what is this? This is beta plus gamma. This is gamma 1, this is gamma 2, and this is beta plus gamma. What we see is this one. This one is the weakest phase of all and is not stable, or it is unstable to corrosion and tarnish. Now, if I have to demonstrate it through a diagram to make things more clear, what I would do is, see, I had an alloy particle of AgSn. Suppose these are my alloy particles of AgSn. This is again AgSn. Now what I did was I introduced Hg into it. Now as I said earlier, Hg will diffuse into the AgSn. So you just have to show it like this, and the AgSn is coming out. You have to draw like this, AgSn coming out and the mercury going in, diffusing in AgSn to form the matrix. Now what will happen is, in the next time you will have those alloy particles. Now some amount of mercury will get imbibed to them. This will lead to the formation of gamma 1 and gamma 2. AgSN, AgSN. This is what is going to lead to the formation of gamma 1 and gamma 2. Gamma 1 and gamma 2. That is, now the compounds with mercury will be formed of silver and tin. Now what we see after this, see the same alloy particle, but now it has binded, it has amalgamated AgSN. Now you'll see there will be a matrix which will be formed. Now this matrix, first let me draw the mercury. The alloy has been amalgamated. Now what you will see is this matrix is what is gamma 2 phase, and it also has Cu3SN in it, the eta phase. It has eta phase as well. This is the third. This is how the setting reaction of low copper alloys takes place. This is it.